Let me tell you something that once struck me like a bolt of lightning and split my old life in two. Listen closely, because this is a truth that can lift you out of the ordinary if you let it. No one wakes up one morning and finds themselves unstoppable by chance. You do not drift your way into greatness. You craft it with your own hands. You shape it with intention. You build it one small habit at a time. Most people rise each morning only to surrender. They wake when the alarm screams. They grab the phone when it buzzes. They scroll through other people's lives before they even ask what they want from their own. The day owns them before they take their first breath. They react. They survive. But they do not build. I used to wonder why some people rise above while others stay chained to the same struggles year after year. I searched for answers in talent, in timing, in luck, but none of that explained it. The secret was hiding in plain sight. Success is born in small, simple disciplines practiced every day like sacred rituals. It was the habits that changed me. They were the anchor that held my mind steady when storms came. They brought order to chaos, focus to distraction, courage to fear. And now I want to share with you 7 daily habits that made me unstoppable. If you are tired of drifting through days that look the same, if you know there is more in you than the life you see around you, then do not just watch this. Study it, live it, because one new habit can uproot years of feeling stuck. Let me give you the first stone to lay in this new foundation. Plan your day before it begins. Hold this idea tight. Never start your day until it is finished. What does that mean? It means never stumble into your morning empty-handed. Never wake and hope the day will guide you. Because if you do not hold a plan for your time, life will hand you its own plan. And that plan is chaos. If you do not control your day, someone else will. Most people are not lazy, they are unplanned. They wake up and react. They chase what screams loudest and call it progress, but they are only drifting. The difference between busy and productive is a plan. A plan is not a burden, it is freedom. It turns time into an ally instead of an enemy. And it does not take hours. Just 10 quiet minutes each night before your head finds the pillow, or each morning before the noise begins. In that time, ask yourself what truly matters tomorrow. Not 30 scattered tasks, but 3 non-negotiable victories. Write them down. Ink on paper turns wishes into commands. It gives your mind clear orders while you sleep. When you plan, you do not just command your schedule, you calm your spirit. You erase morning confusion. You wake with mission, not madness. People feel it when you enter the day with purpose. You become the person who is ahead, not the one forever catching up. And there is a quiet power in being ahead. So tonight, before you drift off, take 10 minutes to sketch tomorrow into existence. Put your flag in the soil of your time before the world tries to claim it. You will see how life shifts for the person who shows up prepared. Habit 2 is to feed your mind with wisdom. Understand this. Your mind is a garden. Whether you tend it or not, something will grow. Leave it alone and weeds of doubt and fear will spread until they choke your potential. But if you feed it daily with good words, with strong thoughts, with voices that pull you higher, then your life will change from the inside out. I once thought I had no time to read, no time to learn, no time to sharpen my mind. Yet I always had time for gossip, for scrolling, for mindless noise. It was never about time. It was about what I valued. Feed your mind like it is your most precious asset, because it is. Read what challenges you, not just what entertains you. Listen to wisdom that lifts you, not noise that drowns you. The mind once stretched never returns to its old shape. Unstoppable is not given. It is chosen. It is designed day by day, habit by habit. So tonight, finish tomorrow before it begins. Then rise with the sun, ready, not reactive. Step by step, you will build a life that matches the fire within you. Here is what turned the tide for me. I made it non-negotiable to feed my mind every single day with something wise, something true, something that stretched me beyond who I was yesterday. Books, lectures, audio programs, mentors, podcasts, ideas that sharpen me, challenge me, lift me higher. Miss a meal if you must, but never miss your daily nourishment of the mind. Why is this so powerful? Because your mind is the filter through which you see every part of your life. It decides how you interpret what happens to you, what you believe about yourself, what you expect from others, what you think is possible or impossible. Feed your mind junk, and you will live a junk life filled with bad choices, broken dreams, and wasted potential. Feed your mind wisdom and watch how your life rises to match it. You will start making better choices, building stronger habits, living at a higher level where excuses have no home. Let me make this simple for you. Start with just 10 pages a day. Not 100 pages, not 50, just 10. 10 pages from a good book that grows you. A book on personal growth, money, health, relationships, leadership, philosophy, any area you want to strengthen, feed it daily. 10 pages may sound like nothing, but over a year, that is 3,650 pages. That is 10 or 15 solid books worth of new ideas, new thoughts, new strategies. And most people have not read that much since they were teenagers. Here is the truth that changed me. If you want your life to get better, your thinking must get better first. And when your thinking improves, your choices improve. When your choices improve, your results improve. Better results mean better income, deeper relationships, bigger opportunities, and more joy in the quiet moments. If you want to be unstoppable, feed your mind daily without exception. Make it a ritual as natural as brushing your teeth, because wisdom does what raw motivation cannot do. Motivation fades when life gets hard, but wisdom anchors you. It lights the path when you feel lost. It lifts you forward when you feel tempted to give up and settle for less. So here is my challenge to you. Pick your first book. Crack it open to page 1 tonight. Let this be the moment your mind stops shrinking and starts expanding. Build a mind strong enough to build a life you are proud to live. That is the quiet power of feeding your mind every single day. Habit 3 is to move your body and master your energy. This truth shook me early on. Your body is the only place you have to live. We can talk about dreams and goals and visions, but if your body is tired and weak, even the best dreams stay stuck on the shelf collecting dust. I learned this young. Discipline with your health is discipline with your future. You cannot pull them apart. Your mind needs a strong body to carry it. Your spirit needs energy to lift the weight of your ambition. Your goals need fuel, and movement is the spark. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you moved your body on purpose? Not for a mirror or anyone else's eyes, but just to honor the miracle you were given. You do not need fancy equipment or a gym pass or hours of sweat and struggle. You just need motion every day. Deliberate motion. A walk around the block while the sun sets. A stretch on your living room floor. A few push-ups or a dance when nobody is watching. Whatever you can do, do it. And then do it again tomorrow. Movement breathes life into your momentum, and momentum is what gives birth to motivation. One principle guides me daily. Treat your body like a performance machine, not a storage closet. Feed it well. Rest it deeply. Move it daily. You will be stunned by how clear your thoughts become when your body feels alive. You will speak with more certainty. You will show up with more presence. And people will feel that energy before you say a word. Remember this. Success is not only mental, it is physical. If your body is neglected, everything suffers quietly in the background. But when your body is strong, every other part of you rises with it. So here is your action step. Move for 20 minutes every day. Keep it simple. Keep it daily. Walk, run, stretch, dance, train, lift, breathe, sweat, repeat. Because motion keeps your purpose alive, and purpose without energy is just a wish whispered into the wind. If you want to lead, build, inspire, then learn to master your energy. And that mastery begins with moving your body today. Habit 4 is to review your goals every day. Let me tell you something that separates the average from the exceptional. Goals are magnets. They pull you forward, but only if you keep them in your sight. Only if you remind yourself every day what you are chasing and why it matters. A goal forgotten is a dream buried alive. So keep it alive by bringing it to mind each day. Let me ask you this simple question. Do you know where you are going? And better yet, did you remind yourself of it today? Here is something I learned the hard way. Most people do not fail because they lack goals. They fail because they forget them. They scribble them down once, feel that spark of hope, then hide them away in a drawer and call it ambition. But let me tell you, a goal not reviewed is a goal that will not last. It gets pushed aside by distraction, buried under doubt, drowned out by the noise of the world pulling you everywhere except where you truly want to go. What changed everything for me was this simple practice. Every morning before the world had a chance to speak its noise into my head, I looked at my goals. I read them. I pictured them. I felt them in my bones. Because in that quiet moment, I remembered who I was, where I was heading, and why it mattered more than anything else. Goals are not tasks on a list. They are targets that demand your focus. And if you do not aim every day, you drift every week and fail every year. Let me keep this simple for you. Pick your top 3 goals right now. They can be big or small, personal or professional, it does not matter. And starting tomorrow, do this one thing. Read them out loud every morning. Let those words get into your eyes, your ears, your spirit. Speak them until you believe them. Believe them until you chase them. Chase them until you hold them in your hands. Because daily review creates daily focus, and focus is how you win. If you want your life to change, do not look at your goals just on New Year's Eve and then forget them when the confetti is swept away. Look at them every morning like a commander reviewing the mission, because that is exactly what you are, the commander of your own future. Here is the challenge. Put your goals where you will see them every single day. By the bathroom mirror, on your phone screen, inside your journal, wherever you must. Look at them until they become part of you. Because the more you see them, the more you feel them. The more you feel them, the more you act on them. And the more you act, the closer they get. Review your goals every day, because the future belongs to those who prepare for it one day at a time. Habit 5 is to practice gratitude with intention. Let me share something that is too often overlooked. Gratitude is not just a feeling that floats by once a year. It is a discipline, a daily choice, a way of seeing the world that transforms how you carry yourself through it. What you focus on grows. Focus on your problems and they multiply. Focus on what you lack and that emptiness expands. But when you focus on what you already have, your joy grows. Your peace grows. Your strength grows. I used to think gratitude was just saying thank you when things went right. But it is so much deeper than that. It is a lens you wear on your soul. Most people wake up each day counting what is wrong, what is missing, what they wish they had. Then they wonder why they feel heavy inside, why the day drags, why their spark fades so quickly. You cannot build a rich life with a bitter spirit. You must train your mind to see the good, even when the road is hard, even when the day feels heavy. So I started this practice. Each morning I wrote down 3 simple things I was grateful for. Not 10, not 20, just 3. A good cup of coffee, a soft bed that held me through the night, another sunrise and the chance to try again. This small habit changed my spirit. It changed my attitude. It changed how I spoke to people and how they felt around me. When you feel grateful, you stand taller. You speak with kindness. You draw better things toward you because people want to follow someone who lifts the room instead of draining it. The best part is, you do not need more to feel gratitude. You only need awareness. Be thankful for what you already have right now. That awareness will open doors and clear your mind for greater things to come. Here is your challenge. Every morning before you step into the noise of the day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Feel it deeply. Let it soften your heart. Let it lift the fog from your mind. Gratitude is not just a nice idea. It is a winning habit. Be thankful for what you have while you build what you want. That is how you grow. That is how you lead. That is how you rise. Habit 6 is to speak with purpose and positivity. Let me share a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Your words are seeds, and every word you speak plants something in the soil of your life. Now let me ask you plainly, what seeds are you planting every time you open your mouth? Because here is the truth. Some people speak like it costs them nothing. They gossip about others, they complain about their own lives, they throw careless words like stones at glass dreams. Then they sit alone and wonder why their days feel heavy, why trust crumbles in their hands, why good things keep slipping through the cracks. What I learned is this: words do two powerful things. They feed the mind and they light up understanding. What you speak shapes what you believe, and what you believe shapes how you live. So if you want to lift your life higher, you must lift your words higher first. I'm not talking about fake sugar-coated talk or empty positivity that fools no one. I am talking about speech that carries purpose and vision. Words that are honest, yet hopeful, clear yet kind. Because here is what I know. Negative words destroy confidence faster than failure ever could. And one true word of courage or belief or vision can breathe life into a dream, yours or someone else's. So I made it a daily discipline to watch my tongue. I trained myself to speak about what I wanted, not what I feared. I learned to encourage people even when my own courage felt small. I chose to speak life instead of limitation, progress instead of excuses, hope instead of despair. Now let me challenge you to listen to yourself. How do you talk about who you are? Do you catch yourself saying, I am always tired, I can't do this, nothing ever works for me? Those are not just empty statements. They are quiet contracts you sign with your own future. Your life will rise or fall to meet the level of your words. So flip the script. Speak belief. Speak hope. Speak vision. And watch how your life starts to reflect that power back at you. Make it a habit every day to say something good about the road ahead. Say something kind to someone who needs it. And say something honest to yourself that pushes you forward instead of pulling you back. Because your voice carries more power than you know. Do not use your words just to describe where you are. Use them to shape where you are going. Speak as if the world is listening, because it is. And more importantly, so are you. Habit 7 is this: reflect, refine, and prepare for tomorrow. This is a habit I wish I had learned sooner. Let your past be a teacher, not a punishment. Most people drag themselves to the end of the day, exhausted, distracted, half awake. They collapse into sleep without learning a thing from the hours they just spent. And so they carry the same mistakes into tomorrow again and again. If you want to be unstoppable, if you want to grow faster than the average person ever will, you must make it a habit to reflect and refine every single night. Just before you close your eyes, take 10 quiet minutes and ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? What will I change tomorrow? That is personal leadership. That is how you sharpen your life day by day. Remember, you do not get paid for the time you spend. You get paid for the value you bring to that time. Reflection multiplies that value. Do not just reflect. Refine. If today fell short, ask yourself why. Did you plan poorly? Did you give away your time to the wrong people or distractions? Were you truly focused or just busy? Learn from that. Write it down. Adjust. Refuse to drag today's mistakes into tomorrow's fresh hours. That is what average people do, but not you. And once you reflect and refine, prepare. Lay out your plan for the morning. Set your intentions before you sleep. Clear your mind of clutter, because clarity at night builds confidence at dawn. Live each day on purpose so you never waste years by accident. Small hinges swing big doors, and 10 minutes of honest reflection before bed can change the path of your entire life. So here is your habit. Before your day ends, close the loop. Do not leave your thoughts scattered. Do not leave your lessons behind. Do not leave your future to chance. Reflect on today. Refine your thoughts. Prepare for tomorrow. That is the habit of the wise. That is the quiet discipline of the productive. That is how the unstoppable are made. 7 simple habits that changed my life. Not all at once, but over time. Because success is not one giant moment. It is not luck handed out to a chosen few. It is not even one brilliant idea that appears out of nowhere. Success is a handful of small disciplines practiced every day until they shape you into someone unrecognizable to your old self. That is it. That is the truth. And now it is yours to live. Now you might be thinking to yourself, these habits sound so simple. Too simple even. And you would be right. They are simple. So simple that your mind might shrug them off, thinking there must be something more complicated, more glamorous, more secret that successful people know. But here is the truth that separates the dreamers from the doers. What is easy to do is also heartbreakingly easy not to do. It is easy to say, I will plan tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Easy to scroll through other people's lives instead of reading something that could build your own. Easy to stay sitting when your body begs you to move. Easy to promise yourself you will look at your goals when things calm down, but things never calm down on their own. Easy to forget the gifts you already have while chasing what you think you lack. Easy to let careless words slip through your mouth and shape your days with doubt and negativity. Easy to collapse into bed every night exhausted, but no wiser than when the sun came up. And that is how people drift away from the life they once imagined. Not in some dramatic fall, but in tiny daily moments of neglect. Each skipped habit seems harmless on its own. One missed plan, one skipped walk. One night you forget to read your goals or count your blessings. It feels like nothing. But string them together day after day and you wake up years later wondering where your fire went, where your dreams went, where you went. But here is the power that few ever understand deeply enough to use. That same quiet force that pulls you away from the life you want can pull you closer to it if you flip the script. The same way small neglects add up to regret, small disciplines add up to freedom. The same way drift steals your years, habits build them back one sunrise at a time. You start with something so small it almost feels silly. You sit down and plan tomorrow before it comes. You read 10 pages that open your mind to an idea that changes how you see yourself. You stand up and move your body because you respect the gift it is. You write down your goals and speak them into your morning because you know a target you see is a target you can hit. You pause and name 3 things you are grateful for because you understand gratitude turns what you have into more than enough. You choose your words like a gardener choosing seeds because you know they grow into the reality you wake up in. You reflect on the day you just lived, so tomorrow's hours are not wasted repeating the same old mistakes. And you do this not once, not when you feel like it, not only when it is convenient, but day after day until these small acts feel as natural as breathing. That is when you look up and realize your life is transforming quietly from the inside out. You stand taller because you trust yourself again. Your mind feels clearer because you feed it truth instead of noise. Your relationships feel warmer because you carry yourself with purpose and gratitude instead of stress and blame. You walk through the day with a calm certainty that others can feel before you even speak. This is what happens when you take small habits and give them your devotion. They build a life so different from the one you would have drifted into without them. A life of discipline, a life of focus, a life with edges and direction instead of chaos and regret. A life that makes you proud to say, this is who I am. This is how I live. So here is my challenge to you. If you have heard every word and you feel that quiet truth in your chest, do not stand at the edge of your own potential, waiting for the perfect day to begin. Pick one habit, just one. Maybe tonight you plan tomorrow before your head touches the pillow. Maybe tomorrow you feed your mind instead of your excuses. Maybe you take a walk that turns into a promise to your body that you are not done yet. Maybe you speak words of life instead of words of limitation. Maybe you end your day with a notebook and a question. What did I learn? What will I do better? Then do it again and again and again. Because the person who commands their habits does not need to beg for their future. They build it quietly, steadily, surely. This is how you become unstoppable. This is how you leave behind the version of yourself that doubted, drifted, waited. This is how you rise. This is how you build a life worth living. And it all begins with one small habit you choose today. So take the first step and then never stop walking. If you are still here reading these words and you feel them echo in your chest, then leave 100 in the comments so I know you are one of the few who truly get it. The ones ready to rise on purpose, to grow without asking for permission, to stop wishing and start building. Piece by piece, day by day, habit by habit, keep going. Keep shaping your life into something you are proud to stand inside, because you are not finished. You are only just beginning. Remember, only you decide how limitless you are.